Every once in a while, you hear about a snowmobile collection that you just have to check out. So we've come to St. Onge Recreation to check out just one of those collections. Now, we've already seen a glimpse of what Steve has when he sold the Bobby Donahue sled back to him, but I'm told that sled was just the tip of the iceberg. So Steve, I'm looking around, we're standing in the middle of your collection here. This is awesome. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so many vintage old ice racers in one spot. How did this start?
Well, I started off restoring some old moto skis because that was my first sled. And then it started to flip over to some skidoos because, as you know, we're a skidoo dealer. And then the fixation of race sleds come in, and it kind of got out of control.
No kidding.
And I kept getting calls on them, and I kept saying yes, 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 yes. And then here we are today looking at them.
Well, it's an absolute privilege to look at this stuff. Now, this isn't, obviously, we're not in a museum here or anything like this. This is just a private collection for you, right?
It is.
Talk to me about that. I mean, how many sleds do you think you have right now? Or do you even know?
I don't keep track. If I did, I probably wouldn't like that. But there's a lot of them. Unfortunately, you know, growing up, I did get into sledding a lot, and then so if I had a Kawasaki Invader, I'd buy an Invader. If I had a 93 Mach 1, I bought that. 92 Mach 1, I bought that. So I have all these normal production sleds that I had that I just started, collecting. And as much as I love them, they're probably not the most collectible things in the world. But there is also a lot of rare stuff, like the Millennium stuff's getting hard to find. The Mike Huel Mach Z, the Tony Heikkinen MXZ. There's stuff that isn't quite a collector's vintage yet, but I think as we go down the road,
get there. Yeah.
You're going to see that come up.
Yeah, for sure. But I also wanted to ask you the question of all these things, and this might be a hard question. Which one is your favorite sled in this group?
That one is a piece of art in my eyes. Some people may not agree with me, but to me, that isn't a sled, that's a piece of art. I love that sled.
It is beautiful. That's the one that caught my eye when we came into the shop.
This one is obvious pedigree.
Yeah, so talk to me about the number 8, the Hayes sled.
BRP loved that sled. It was Bombardier back then. Loved that sled, loved the driver, used it in all their advertising. As you know, the number 11 Bobby Donahue sled was right beside that, which was their partners at the time. I'm keeping that one, the Bobby Donahue sled. As you know, as a previous show, went to a great home.
Yeah, we covered that when you had Bobby up here, and
it was a tough go, but you know what? I felt it was the right thing, and
it went to a good home.
And it wouldn't have went anywhere unless it went home.
Yeah, I mean, to preserve this stuff, I mean, a lot of the stuff in here is one of one.
Yeah, definitely.
So amazing. Definitely. And again, this definitely goes back to your personality because you own a Skidoo dealership, and I can see at the dealership that you've got some nice vintage models displayed there. And I think even you said one of your very first snowmobiles that you've ever rode is there, a restored model of it. Is it snowmobiles only, or are you also have another barn over there with a bunch of like Corvettes in it or something like that? Or are you're collecting snowmobiles, that's your bag?
Yes. You know what? Thank goodness, because storing them takes a lot of room. As you'll see in the other area, it just takes a ton of room, a ton of effort. And thank God I don't do a bad job on collecting Corvettes or something, because they'd probably rot faster. So this is my only collection, and as much as I love it, I just don't know if I could handle any more. It's hard enough just to take care of. There's a lot to take care of.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure seeing this stuff, because this is stuff you don't see every day. Actually, I don't think you see this ever anywhere. So I appreciate you letting us come in and take a look at it, because it is extremely special to be able to see it.